The Montreal Canadiens are proud to select Ivan Demidov.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Curfew Boys podcast live on YouTube. Post-game show. Islanders 4, Montreal Canadiens 3 in a shootout. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How to get a heart attack 101 for year number 33 that I've been watching this team. And we'll take the point. It wasn't pretty, but we'll take the damn point. Listen, thanks for tuning in live on YouTube. Please click like and subscribe. It's absolutely free. Follow the Curfew Boys on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. You can hear episodes, audio version on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Joey.
Samuel.
How are you?
I don't know. It's I'm okay. I'm okay.
Do my eyes look tired?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Like I'm gonna look at the camera here and scare whatever listeners we have and viewers away, but I have like
my face is more not as stressed as I used to be, but it's like it's irritating, man.
It's irritating. Okay.
Yeah. What is it now? We're 2-3-1, Sam, and I mean I put it in the chat. If you ask me who played better in every game we played, the only game I'll say Montreal played better in a total of 60 minutes was Ottawa.
Ottawa was their only complete game for a total of 60 minutes.
Yeah, but you always, if you have to choose between who played better the game Montreal played out of the six, the only game I can say they played better than the opponent, it was Ottawa.
1,000%. 1,000%. It was out of the two wins they have, it was their best win. So, good evening, Thurston, and
good evening.
Caulfield deserved better.
He does. Caulfield does deserve better.
Thank God for him. Thank God for Cole Caulfield.
Him and Lane. I thought Lane still had a decent game tonight, even though I don't think he put up a point.
No, he didn't. He did not put up a point on.
But Sam, how is he our best defenseman? And he's played, 7-8 games?
You want to know something, Joey? I still personally believe that on a two-way sense, Caden Gooley is our best defenseman before he went down.
But on the ice tonight, like, how is it? Like, it just shows the other defensemen that we have. How is it possible that he's already number one on the ice tonight? It's like it shouldn't be the case. But
Joey, out of the defensemen that we have, who gives a better scoring chance?
But even defensively, Sam, he impressed me more than the others, which he shouldn't.
Not this game. You know what? Defensively, I thought he was better against LA. Believe it or not.
Okay, LA was the game I didn't see. Unfortunately, I couldn't see it. So.
And look, that was a crap game. It was like an abysmal game. And tonight was. We'll take the point, even though it wasn't the prettiest way. We'll still take it. And tonight's game, I don't think was anything compared to the LA game. However, fuck, man, the discipline, the tonight was terrible. I truly believe that third period fucking gassed this team in the end for any sort of compete. And that brings me back to thank God for Cole.
They shouldn't be gassed by it like this. Not this early. They shouldn't be.
This game, how many shifts were? What was that? In the
4-minute shift, in second period, yeah.
Of who? There was Dvorak. There was Dvorak, Heineman, Hudson, Mayu, which we're gonna get later. And I don't know who the
was it Kapanen or was he not? Was he off the ice because he's on the line?
I think Josh Anderson was on, and it had to have been either Kapanen or Heineman. I'm not sure. This is funny. This is funny. At the end of the day, we're at least above the Avs and the Preds and the standings.
That's true. But again,
who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Yeah, I mean, Whether they are or not, I guess it's true. It's like I try to not focus on any other teams anymore. It is a good
Hmm.
point we are, but when you watch it, not only statistically but eye test, it's bugging me. Hey, what's
Vaporwave
up,
loves you,
Wave?
Joey. He
Yeah, I'm
fucking
back. I'm
loves you.
back. I had a
He loves you. I
I
like. Yeah, I really like. I mean, I've said this, but it's hard to create offensive opportunities when you're killing 12 minutes. 1,000%, Ryan.
but
1,000%.
Sam, are you giving me is this the
You're not the only one, Joey.
no
Lately,
the rant or
I
whatever,
know
is
which
this the
rant.
time for yes,
Yeah,
is
no,
this
no.
the time for me to speak about it
Joe,
now?
you're, dude. Of course, but you're not the only one, and I hate you for this, you bastard. You planted a bit of like a seed of doubt in me,
Well,
like the last.
Sam, I said two things that have gone against the grain or against
Mhm.
people's
the,
popular
nar-
opinion.
the
The
narrative.
first one, which we've talked about with Chris, I thought it was the right decision to sit Arbor Jacki. He
Mhm.
hasn't been playing well. Him and Savard have been our two worst defensemen, and you had to bring in obviously Mayu for Gouli because Gouli
Yeah,
got hurt.
yeah,
But I thought we did a little better to control tonight because I
much
thought
better. Yeah.
Arbor
Look, look,
didn't.
look, look. On the overall, the Canadians, I thought, played a bit of a better game than they did against LA.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And Savard had a terrible game against LA. I actually believe he redeemed himself tonight.
yeah, he did better tonight
He
for sure.
blocked a lot of shots tonight, especially on the penalty kill. Him and Matheson, they were a beast on the penalty kill. And as last game, Matheson was out for the second and the third period. Hudson had the shot of being number one on the power play, rightfully so. I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. Like we could agree to disagree. Mike Matheson shouldn't be on the first power play. Look, he's back on the first power play again, and Cole ended up scoring. I'm just saying, folks.
Yeah, it's.
He's
I don't
Mike
think it's the
Matheson
worst
is
decision.
Mike Matheson is important to this team. I don't care what anybody says. He should be on the power play. Should he be the only defenseman on that power play? No, maybe. Why not try Lane Hudson with Mike Matheson on the top unit and maybe put Kirby Doc on the second unit?
Especially that he's struggling, Doc.
Yeah. He, so Docker looking so rusty. I hope he's good.
Yeah, I mean, he missed the whole season, right?
He did, but
Takes
tonight
time.
he actually gave himself some good scoring opportunities. He just couldn't finish them.
Finish it.
But the two penalties he took, one
Awful.
tripping and then one high sticking, it's because I don't think he's got his speed back, like in terms of like game speed. So okay, Joe.
Sam, on those on those penalty kills, am I ready to start speaking about what I want to speak about?
Joe, the floor is yours, I promise.
Look, it's a very unpopular opinion, but I'm not saying to show him the door, but I'm saying to keep an eye on him very closely. I'm sorry. I think Hughes and Gordon need to keep an eye on Marty St. Louis. I'm sorry. It's 3 years. We've had a veteran team. We've had young team. Well, not veteran, but we're trying to get younger from a veteran team. But we are way too soft. We get way too many penalties. And if you look at the eye test, okay, year one, we had nothing, came last. Year two, supposed to get a little better. It has and it hasn't. It just, we cannot seem to be a team to just be, I don't know what the clear way of saying is, to be the better team. I cannot say after watching a hockey game of Montreal versus another team, did Montreal play better than the team tonight, regardless of the score?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's 80 to 90%. I say no. And we've played 6 games, 5 out of the 6. I didn't watch LA, but I can assume from you guys post game, 5 out of the 6 games we have played, we were not the better team over 60 minutes. And we should be maybe not 6 out of 6, maybe not 5 out of 6, but we should be at least half the games, or even if we're a 2-3-1 record, fine. Let's see, keep the same record. Some of the losses, I would like to say, well, we played better. They just didn't go in. That's not the case. Too soft, too many penalties, and we're getting outplayed. And I think, he doesn't have a coaching experience. We know this. Maybe it's finally starting to show as the team is trying to get better. Look, the team is better than last year. There's no reason why they shouldn't be playing us. I personally would keep an eye on Marty St. Louis. I wouldn't have like that loose of a leash on him. I would start tightening that a little. because if you had more of a, I'm not going to say a sergeant, but a new progressive sergeant coach, like a mixture. I mean, I'm sure that's what a lot of people want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we would be playing the way we would now. Take a look at Islanders. They were second last year for least amount of penalties, and they averaged 4 penalty minutes a game. We got more in the third period. They do all game,
all year.
what they average every game, which is 4
Yeah.
minutes. That is well disciplined by Patrick Roy.
Yeah.
I get he has more experience. I understand that, but that just doesn't look. They're not a very old team either. I don't think Islanders are that old. They have some young guys, and they're able to keep it together. I'm just saying we need to do a better job of it because it can't be your third period. You're coming up. You have 3. What was it? 3 or 4 penalties? 3. I think it was 3 penalties that we took. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
in
the third period, just the third period alone,
and then one in overtime,
and then one in overtime. So it was 4 in the third period in overtime. That's way too much. Islanders average 2 a game, 2 penalties a game. It's way too much. I would keep an eye on Marty. That's all I'll say on that topic.
And that's the seed that you fucking planted in me. Like part of me is wondering, like, shit. I'm gonna have to.
And Sam, the power play hasn't improved. While you're thinking of this, to me, the power play should. Sam, I'm sorry, from year 1 to year 3,
they're getting 1 power play goal a year. Excuse me. Imagine.
Sam, we're still. To me, I'm looking at it. Senses we're still maybe we're scoring a little more, but it's not getting to maybe the standard we're thinking because we're still complaining about it year 3. And look, it's still early. I get it. Early,
but Joe, we're getting a power play goal a game, though. Like, at least we're getting 1. We are getting 1. The only game we didn't get 1 was against LA. It was the best of my memory.
But we seem to still complain about it. I'm saying us as a general group of how our power play isn't great. Maybe it's not meeting our standards. I think that's something that should have vastly improved, which it hasn't.
I just think if this team needs to play a more physical game, because they've showed that when they do play physical, they can control the pace of the game.
Yes, but they're too soft. Take a look at Arbor. I said he's been the worst player. It's not that Arbor's he's a bad player. I like Arbor. I think he's a great player, or gonna be a great player, but he's playing. He, like the rest of the team, that whole team mentality is they're not playing hard. And if Arbor is not playing hard, is not playing tough, he's not playing his game. That's the problem.
I get that. Okay, but Joe, let me ask you this. Like, the loss of Laine changes a lot.
Offensively, it certainly does, but
I think, defensively, fine.
But controlling the puck, Sam, maybe it'll make a difference, but the fact that teams are controlling the puck like crazy on Montreal, I don't know if you can just say, well, Laine being out is causing that.
No,
it's too much.
I think I still think he could bring another. He brings that elite dynamic that we just don't have yet, and I think more than anything, we went into the season thinking, okay, we have the top line of Suzuki, Slafkovsky, and Cole, which I keep saying that, I want to see more from Slafkovsky. I want to see more from Slafkovsky, but it's like, the kid's still he's quietly
another point. Yeah, quiet.
He's got 2 assists.
Two assists. But Sam, quietly.
It's quietly. And at the and again, and I say that it's like, what happens if he does wake up? Anyways, I also believe we put too much not pressure on Kirby Dach to pick up from where he left off. I think we put too much expectation on the kid, and maybe some of us don't fully grasp and realize the severity of the injury that he had,
and
missing all that. And actually, one of our it's a good point, because one of our followers actually asked this question. So on Instagram, in our stories, we posted basically asking followers to send their questions, and somebody asked if it's maybe time to put either Heineman or Kapanen in the place of Yoel Armia on the.
I would start giving the shot to Heineman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's actually Ryan McInnes. What do you think about moving Heineman into Armia's spot?
I think he should move. I think it's time. I think I just that line's not working at all. I'm sorry. It's just there's no offense.
No,
There's
there
been
isn't.
more offense from God. I'm going to paint to say this. There's been more offense
Yeah.
from Dvorak and Anderson's line than that line.
Well, definitely. I think Jake Evans, Gallagher, and Anderson are playing well for given what their roles are.
What they are,
And
yeah.
Honestly, Jake Evans right now is the unsung hero amongst the forwards playing, especially on the defensive side.
And if you look at the overall picture, if you say that, oh, okay, Suzuki's line is having an off night, where are you going to get a goal from? Right now, my answer would be the Gallagher, Anderson, and Jake Evans line, and it shouldn't be the answer. That's the problem. That's the huge problem.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
I think, Sam, we're 24 to 26 in scoring of goals per game, which is obviously terrible. Right. And we just don't have the puck enough. We don't shoot enough. We have too many. We have too many moments. I mean, we talk about the 4 minutes. We have too many moments where we're just getting absolutely like pinned in, and we just cannot get out. And then it's penalty, and that between the two, it's killing Montreal, and they're getting gassed.
Well, you know what else is killing the Canadiens? I found, and it especially showed against LA, faceoffs.
Yeah. Yes. I'm glad you mentioned that. The fact that you had to in overtime, you had to make Dvorak take the face-off to secure a win. Then you have to wait a few seconds. Hopefully, you're controlling the puck to take them out to Caulfield.
Make the change.
I think it's stupid. I think it's absolutely stupid that it shows little confidence in our face-off.
Well, here are the stats, and I'm only going to take the face-off stats amongst our four centermen. 33.3% for Suzuki, 46.2% for Dvorak, and he was not our best, actually, believe it or not. Jake Evans at 45%, Kirby Dach 50%. And Oliver Kapanen's at 75%, but I think he took...
We should call back Yannick Perreault.
Dude, you laugh. I actually was thinking about that the other day. Or Guy Carbonneau, but yeah, I would seriously, no joke, no joke, I wouldn't mind calling Yannick Perreault to be like, yo, we need you as a coaching job.
Hey, he scored 2 Palmieri in shootout.
You want to know the funniest thing about Kyle Palmieri? I had him in my pool today. I fucking dropped him. I didn't want him anymore. He puts up 2 fucking points. The fuck?
I mean, he's got the name. He's got the talent. So
the name. Anybody named with never trust the Palmieri people.
Sam, you know what? With Yannick Perreault, I was going to mention every time I think about him, I always think where Bill Lindsay took the face off. I don't want to go too much into this.
In 2002 against the Carolina Hurricanes. Yep,
yes,
absolutely. Yeah, Michel Therrien, that was one of his big mistakes in his first session with the coaching session with the Canadiens. But listen, we're talking about Heineman briefly. We're talking about Kapanen. What fucking shootout goals they scored tonight.
I know.
That was unreal. That was unbelievable. Like Heineman just came in and just boom, just sniped it.
That I'll give Marty praise for. He did well on that for the shooters. I don't know about not putting Dach over a guy like Mailloux.
I know, but can you imagine if Hudson would have scored it to win it?
I know. We had chances to win it, so
yeah, we did. And he's gonna be a menace 3-on-3 overtime. Like he will. The kid.
Well, why did Matheson start? I can't believe. Like, if Marty's gonna go let's go with the kids. Just fucking go with it. Why is it like he's holding back? You play him 30 minutes a night against LA. You trust him that much, but you cannot play him to start overtime. That doesn't make sense. He's contradicting himself.
Here's another question that I really, really liked from, I can't pronounce this, but Jet Zerdza on Instagram. That's your Instagram handle. Are you noticing growth in Lane Hutson's game by game, especially with the minutes he's playing?
Yeah, absolutely. He's
30 minutes he played against the Kings. 30.
But Sammy,
unreal.
It doesn't make sense. 30 minutes.
No, it doesn't.
You can't start him in overtime on 3-on-3. Yeah,
Jesus
I don't get the trusting situation for Marty.
No, and I understand that. Matheson 28 minutes tonight against the Islanders. Hudson 24. So Matheson was the top defender with 28 minutes. Lane Hudson 24. You got to man. I love Mike Matheson. That's gonna. I think it could burn him this year. I mean, I know he played a lot last year and he had a very, very good season, over 60 points. Still, man, I think
It's a lot.
it is a lot, but
that
yeah,
does Marty not trust our other defensemen, or
I don't know. I'm not quite certain. Struble tonight, I thought his first game of the season after the injury at the start, I thought it was okay. I
so?
one of
Quiet,
those, if
in
it's
my
one of those
opinion,
things, well, it's one of those things where if you didn't notice him, maybe
is
it's
a
because
good thing.
he was doing a good thing. Yeah,
Like Barron was the opposite.
Barron I thought Barron's last two games he was getting better. This
This
game
game, no.
was
Well, he was at fault for
so
the
a bad read.
fourth,
Yeah,
the third goal, or the third goal in the third period.
that's correct. Yes,
Yeah,
it was a bad read. It was a bad read on a few people. Okay, we're gonna talk about Caden Primo here. I thought he had a much better game, but on that third goal, like he looked like he lost complete sight of the puck. He looked like he lost sight of that rebound. And
I agree.
I'm truly convinced. I'm convinced just the way Primo was playing tonight, if he would have saw that rebound like a second or two before, he probably would have made that save.
That's part of him, Sam. I think Anthony said it that we spoke about Primo the first period and he did well the third, but he had a bad first period. To me,
Yeah.
you show a brilliance in the second period or the third, but you had a bad first. To me, it's an average. It's average because you had a bad. I look at overall, and overall, he does not do it for me. 60 minutes. Everyone knows my feeling about Primo. I mean, we should have lost regardless of who was in nets, but he gave up those two goals at the beginning, especially the second, and then he gave up that third. At least two of the three goals, I mean, were kind of on him. Luckily, we got it back with Cole Caulfield because Varlamov gave up a bad goal too to him at the end, but you can't have that. If you want to win these games where Montreal can't seem to dominate, you're going to need a goalie to step up, and that's how it's been for always Montreal, and he doesn't cut it.
So far, Motambo has been lights out. To me, the consistent one, especially out of the two, but at least amongst the Canadiens, the consistent player that's showing up every night and performing.
Look at Primo's other game again. Look, I know it's Boston, but Sam, it's just between him and the way the team is, that Boston game was, oh my God, it was.
Yeah, I know it was not a great way for him to start. Hey man, Logan Mayou's first NHL goal.
Good for him. He had an okay game. Good for him.
Yeah, he relies a lot on his poke check, his stick checking.
It's a reach, right? He has a reach
because he has the reach. But the thing is, like, if he doesn't get it, he has to use the body.
I know
he's a big kid. He could use it. But that goal he scored, like, what an awesome snipe that was! Like, beautiful goal for his first in the NHL.
He scored before Hudson. I didn't think that would happen.
So the inside joke was, oh my God, Logan Mailloux is actually better than Lane Hudson. But obviously we're joking, but and two different players. But listen, after that 4-point performance in Laval, like season opener, Mayou's ready for the NHL. And actually, here's a question by another one of our followers, said_1203. Should Mailloux stay up long term?
I mean, I would certainly give him another look. You don't have to decide right now. You have that threshold of 9 games, right? Mm-hmm. So I would certainly give him up until those 9 games to decide.
Yeah. But I mean, either way, it's not those 9 games, no matter what, he's getting paid what he's getting paid. There's no
regardless.
Regardless.
Yeah. Just
I like this comment from Jason. Hudson doesn't shoot. It's true, he doesn't.
He had an opportunity to shoot once. I thought he would have shot and he passed it off.
However, that in overtime when Cole fed him that 2-on-1 pass, imagine if he would score that one in overtime.
Yeah.
Oh my! I jumped out of my fucking seat. I thought I was sure he was gonna bury it. Listen, you know what? Got to give credit to Varlamov. He made some key saves too, though.
He did.
Like you know what I mean? Like it's.
But Sam, the way
it's an up and down game, though.
If we were able to, like, let's say we shot the way the Islanders shot, I think we would have won it. I'm just saying the way Varlamov, to me, the way he played, I don't know. It's not enough in the attack, and yeah, it's just every game we're being outpossessed.
Yeah, I like this one. Montreal has so much trouble just getting the puck out of their zone.
Yes, Jason. Absolutely, they do. They have big struggles with it, and we've been going through it now. It's year 3. So how long do you want this to continue? I think defensively, how much better do you think Montreal is going to get as a core? Like, I mean, you have Mathis. I mean, okay, look, even if you have Reinbacher and you have Reinbacher, Mayu coming more into their prime. Lane Hudson, for sure, he's going to get better, but you're getting a good version of him already. Gouli is, I don't think Gouli he'll get more experience, but how much better can he actually progress? I think Matheson is still a good defenseman. I'm just saying you won't get a better core than you will now, maybe a little better as they get older. But
Yeah, but
you should see
that's key though. That's the key word though.
signs of improvement is what I'm saying from this core to what we saw last year, and we're not seeing it yet. That's how I'm picturing it. But of course, it's early. I mean, we're talking about what we've seen the first 6 games. I mean, it is a post game, but yeah, this is the core. Like, it has to get better. And Anthony's right. Yeah, there's a lack of discipline from them all over.
You know what it is? I think they might be overthinking and second guessing. Like,
Well, that's coaching.
yeah, I think. I look. You know what, Joe? I'm not putting any doubt in Marty. I still think he'll get it.
You said you were planted a seed.
Yeah, because of you asshole.
Why? Because of me?
Because well, maybe you're onto something. Maybe.
Well, come on, Sam. Like, you don't see it?
Well,
Sam, I've been through a lot of I've been through a lot of fan favorites. Marty is considered a fan favorite. I've been through it in other sports. Sam doesn't always mean it's the right choice. Unfortunately, I'm not saying he's the wrong choice. I'm just saying keep an eye on him.
Okay, this is a good question. What is the bar for this team right now? Considering the average age, they're like the third youngest team in the NHL.
Yeah.
So look here. Can we compare them to the Anaheim Ducks, who have amazing talent but still extremely young within their top 6? Who's better? I personally think the Canadiens are.
This is close.
Are the Canadiens better than who else is in a rebuild? Columbus,
San Jose, maybe.
I think the Canadiens are much better than San Jose, and I love Will Smith and I know Macklin Celebrini is hurt. They healthy scratch Will Smith.
No, they're better in that rebuild, Sam.
Yeah,
they're certainly better in that rebuild. But I'm not trying to compare it to other teams. I'm trying to see, are we progressing? And maybe it's just slower than what we're thinking it's happening.
Maybe.
Like I thought, I don't know, the way we're playing, it's like we look the same as last year.
Again,
but it's early days.
I think we're 6 games in. I'm looking at game 15. I know some people look at game 10.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be paying attention at game 15, and I want to look at the Canadiens' schedule right now. Fuck, and they're playing against the Rangers on Tuesday. Jesus Christ, that's gonna be a major fucking challenge at home.
Sam, while you're looking at that, I'm gonna ask you a curfew boy question. Why is Anthony posting questions and not coming on the show?
Anthony's on the injured reserve. Anthony's
oh my God. He's a true Hab then.
He's Anthony's on the injured reserve tonight with the flu, or he's a healthy scratch with flu-like symptoms. So he was not
able to come in contact with anybody. It's a computer screen and a mic.
What if his nose is like just fucking drooping and like he's got one eye open?
He sounds like a Hab who can't.
Joe, listen, it's a lot of men who are responding to our and partaking in this episode. We all know what a man cold is, okay? That shit hurts, okay?
It's hurting. It reminds me exactly like Montreal cannot always on the IR.
Oh my God! Come on.
No, look, Sam. I'll judge it by this game. I'm not going to judge it. You're right, giving it to game 15, but it's been a trend since the beginning of the season with them, and they just between discipline and puck possession and just creating more chances. It's got to improve. That's what I'm seeing from this game.
Well, here, let me throw this at you. Of all the losses, they took a beating. They lost what 6-3, 6-4 against Boston. They lost
LA 4-1.
They lost 4-1 against LA. And what's the other game they lost? My God, excuse me.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, and they lost against Pittsburgh. That
6-3.
was 6-3. This one losing in shootout. You know, they fought back. Like, thank God for Cole again.
But Sam, don't compare this team to the other teams in a sense. Well, maybe Islanders.
Well, the Islanders, dude, like you said, they're a good team.
Yeah, but Islanders.
Well,
Sam, if there's a criticism I can give on the Islanders, I'm sorry, Sam. Did you see how many chances they missed or missed the net tonight? If you paid attention and watched, you see how many times
I get that. I do understand that. Listen, part of me still thinks that a lot of one of the reasons why we went into the shootout and we were able to survive was because of Primo. But one of the reasons why we might have lost was
because of Primo.
Like he's the reason why we lost. He's the reason why we stayed alive. Like,
so to me, Sam, that's an average goaltender at best.
I understand that, but I don't think he's part of the plan long term. Can things change? Sure. Could he fucking suddenly just wake up and he's stopping pucks left, right, and center and actually getting some W's? It could happen. It's just what it is.
Like I said last year,
it is right now.
When we had the 3 goalie situation, I would have traded Primo when his value seemed to be higher. I don't know if it's high. It's not high now, but I firmly believe his value was a little higher last year. I would have just kept Allen for. Didn't he not have a final year? I would have just kept him as a backup. Considering Sam, the way we're going now, does it look like we're making playoffs after Game 6? No.
It doesn't look like they're in the mix either.
Who?
The Canadiens.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So at that point, I would have just kept Allen as the backup, traded Primo for a higher asset, and then you can reevaluate after this year and give it to Monty that he's number 1 and don't take as much time away from him. I know this is a post game about Islanders, but Monty, after having an amazing game against Toronto, you wanted to give Primo a chance against Boston. I'm sorry. That was the complete wrong decision. And I think part of the reason they do that for Primo, it's because he's young and they want to get him games.
Yeah.
I really think
I think so.
Montembeault should get just an actual veteran backup. And as we say in Italian, basta.
Basta means enough. We get to our questions from our followers on Instagram. And to everybody that's listening, to follow along, type in your answers to your thoughts as well. So Anderson 6779 says, no Doc in the shootout? ? Marty St. Louis must have lost confidence or he's upset with him. Crazy. I really thought that Doc should have gone. Wait, hold on. I have the.
He should have gone before Mayu. I'll say that much, but yeah.
Oh, dude, I think he should have gone even before
Matheson.
Not just Matheson, before even like Kapanen and Heineman. And even though thank God it worked, but I really I actually thought he was going to go after Lane Hudson. I swear to God. I really thought he was.
I thought it was going to be Slavkovsky at that point, but then I know I was wrong, but luckily it was it turned out well with Kapanen and Heineman. But yeah, then I thought, okay, maybe after them, and it never happened. Yeah, he struggled. So Marty tried to play tough with Doc, and he didn't allow him to shoot. But by Matheson and Mayu, I would have played it. I would have put him there.
Yeah, and Slavkovsky ended up going eventually, but almost. I got the fucking shootout. Players, can you stop with the fucking just coming in the zone, slow, go like one skating towards the fucking hot dog stanchion. The other one skating towards the fucking other Zamboni exit. The other one's trying to slowly skate towards the other exit over there. Fuck, what happened with going in with speed and trying to deke the fucking goalie?
To me, going in wide, I find you kind of like cut your angle a little bit.
Yeah, so, you do like fuck. Like if it's not working, if one's a fuck, like Slavkovsky tried it and he almost scored on the backhand. He just couldn't lift it up enough. But he almost fucking did it. Noah Dobson, that's how he scored.
Yeah, went in straight on. Yeah.
Yes, everyone is trying to emulate Nick from last year. Yeah, thank you, Radomir. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. Thank you. I really, somebody knows. Are the Canadiens in panic mode? This question comes from Gianni Remagaldo.
It's too early, but if this continues by game 15-20, then yeah, I think it's a good mark to start.
I got to fucking sound the alarm. From Malik Joe. Thoughts on Logan Mayu's play tonight? Well,
He was okay. Like I said, I don't think he stood out in anywhere where he was great, but I don't think he was bad either. I thought he had an okay first game.
Yep, and I love this goal. When I was in the kitchen washing dishes, watching the game, and when he scored, I dropped everything. The sink, the faucet was still running. Like,
Sammy, you washing dishes during the game?
Yeah, but I could see it. Like,
okay,
I live in an open concept condo, so so yeah, I was able to see that. Yeah. Anthony.ebarb, after the two bad goals, Primo had a real bounce back. Yeah. He did. Again, I still think that third goal from New York, he lost sight of the rebound. If he would have kept track of that puck, I think he would have stopped it. That, as a goalie, though, in the NHL, you have to learn how to master or get better at. But anyways, okay, I digress. Dom _ Esposito 0. These refs blow. Well, fuck. Stop tripping. Stop sticking.
You know what?
What do you want?
I don't mind blaming refs. I mean, we've been through the Chris Lees of the world.
Yeah.
And I've complained about them on the podcast. But you know what? The refs tonight, I can't complain about them at all. We took those penalties. That's on Montreal.
Born to be a Hab. They get a harder enrolled point, something to build on. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Glass half full. I like that. Born to be a Hab. Yeah, that's my future kid. Okay, let's get on this subject real quick before we call it quits. Ryan McInnes _ I saw Elliot Friedman say the Habs have a meeting set up next week with Demidov.
Bring him now.
So,
Sam, you want to hear my theory about this? I know I'm not really the theory man or whatever.
Are you panicking too about his lack of ice time and it's hurting?
You know what the theory is? I don't believe what the coach says. I really think that they know he's gone next year, and I think that it's sort of a way of punishing him. I'm a firm believer in it.
Well, I think they're prioritizing older, more experienced guys with
but that's certainly part of it of guys not there.
But again, with longer contracts.
Yes, exactly. So the fact that he's not there, I mean, you see him play. I've seen a bit of him, and you can clearly tell he belongs first line. Okay, even if you don't want to second, he belongs. So yeah, definitely demigod Radomir.
So, according to Elliot Friedman, I almost the screensaver almost went shut down on me. According to Elliot Friedman, the Canadiens had already and originally planned this meeting with Demidov. I almost called him demigod. Like they had plans made to go see him in Russia, observe, watch how he plays, watch how he practices, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They said, like, according to Elliot Friedman, the Canadiens had that plan once they drafted him. I just find it kind of strange that it's
but the way he said it though, Elliot Friedman, right? The way they reported it is they're not happy with the lack of ice time, right?
Well, Jeff Gordon said that in L'Antichambre on the LDS, and he's like, yeah, no, like it's definitely something we're keeping an eye out. And
Sam, just bring him over now. Just Sam, they should honestly he should pay out his own contract.
I don't think they can though. I don't know if Gordon says we can't buy him out.
No,
can't do that.
Can't he pay his own? Isn't the rule in the KHL you can pay your own contract out?
The player? You talk about
player?
Does he even have that kind of money?
Well, what he can do is Montreal says we'll put you up on a puts in ad or something, and then you'll make the money back. Come on, there's got to be a way.
I don't know,
Sam. They gotta just bring. I'm sorry.
I don't know how it works.
Gonna get that ice time. Just bring him over now.
I don't know how that works.
Okay, but Sam, if you had the choice yourself right now, would you bring him on Montreal?
Yeah, 1,000%. Of course, I would.
So you wouldn't.
Which Habs fan in this universe would say no to that question?
You could find a few that say no. Leave him in Russia and let him play. if he's playing. Like, even
I
if they're
put him
doing
okay. If it's not Montreal, definitely Laval.
okay, but if he's playing top line minutes in the KHL and you had the choice, would you still bring him over?
Of course, Joey, I would.
Okay.
This is a great question. A briefcase of money with it. Dude, who the fuck knows, huh? Who knows? I who knows what they have
Maybe it's a
planned.
contract for a new coach.
If they bring whatever is, I'm so tired. Rodenberg, I can't pronounce his name. I forgot his name. If they bring him over, no,
Radomir?
no,
Okay.
the family name of the coach of Demidov's coach.
Screw him. Yeah, Sam, we honestly need to bring him over now. There you go. See, there's ways. Radomir is right. There's ways of doing this.
I love these comments. They're fucking hilarious.
There's a way. Sam, look, the way
bring a duffel bag, KHL style. What does that even mean? That's so good.
Sam, the way the Montreal's playing, we can certainly use Demidov in a bit of excitement. Just bring him. He's not even playing much. Just find a way.
Hey, pizza pie. It's big pizza pie. It's going very well. Okay, so I'm gonna close it on this, Joey. Like, you talked about Marty earlier, shorten the leash, keep an eye on him. What if he had Line A and what if he had Demidov in his lineup? I get it. I know it's a very big hypothetical. What if
Sam? It's like saying what if he has the Florida Panthers? We don't know. The Stanley Cup could he?
I think yes. I personally think but I love Paul Maurice. I think Paul Maurice and Marty view the game the same way. I think at the end of the day, it's all about delivery, but I think Paul Maurice delivers things a little bit better. Like we're seeing it in that Faceoff documentary on Prime. Like you could see why and how the Florida Panthers team, the players love playing for Paul Maurice. But even Paul Maurice said it's like when they won the cup, he's like, you take me out of here, you put any coach there, that's still a good hockey team that could still win it again.
Yeah. The way teams are constructed, Sam, I think it's no, I'm not going to say a little less on coaching, but there's certain aspects of coaching where the team just makes up for it if they're good. I get that part.
I get that part.
But but when you're part of a rebuilding team, you need to see progression, and this is what we have to wait with Marty. I mean, I think we said on podcast, okay, year 1, year 2, it's fine, whatever. But by year 3 or 4, we'll see what Marty can do, and this is the time now.
You know what? I definitely want to see improvement this year, but come next, you know what? I actually really want to see how things are going to be once Patrick Laine is back. And in doing so, I'm hoping a player like Kirby Dach, he's going to start getting into the rhythm of things. And same thing on the defense.
Bring Demidov over.
Lane is a stud. Yes, he is. Like, this kid's just going to keep getting better and better. They're still young, this team, though. And I think that's part of it. Like, we all just need to realize that, like, they're still young, especially on defense. Like, my God, when the average age is like less than 25, like, that's fucking young, people. Like, that's just one thing we need to realize.
I think, Sam, for me personally, like, I know this whole night I've spoken about being impatient, but it's hard to realize that, look, I'm a multi-sport watcher, let's say, and hockey along with baseball is probably the 2 sports where the rebuilding take the longest in terms of a team sport.
Right.
So I don't know which one's worse between hockey or baseball, but those are 2 sports that take the absolute longest. You know, in basketball, you can get 3-4 stars and you're an amazing team. Football, to me, football, it's kind of it's definitely less than basketball and soccer, but it's a little more advanced than hockey. You know, you draft rookies like in their mid-20s, they're ready to go. But hockey's just long, and maybe it's just longer than we think it's going to be. We just want to see improvement. That's all.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point. Obviously, TTZ10 is talking about Lane Hudson here. Last question. How does the Calgary situation affect Montreal at next year's draft? And is there any prospects that the Habs should target? Oh my God, that's a very good question. Unfortunately, I don't have the list here. I mean, I remember Bob McKenzie making a bit of his own list. I know Michael Misa is definitely top 5. I'm going to try to keep an eye on him. Higgins with Boston College and playing with Jacob Fowler, like he's projected to go top as well. Listen,
I
right
like the
now,
European kid, Sam. I think he plays
yes,
with Sweden.
yes,
Anton Frondell.
yeah, I think Grant McCagg mentioned him. It's I've heard of Deg also. Yes. Right now, folks, please forgive us. Like it's almost 5 to 11 p.m. on a Saturday night. I work tomorrow, believe it or not. Joey, God knows what he's doing. He's probably working too after this, or maybe tomorrow.
No. I am off till Monday. I've
You're
worked
off to
enough.
you're off
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Monday. Okay, good for you. Joey, I think we pretty much touched one last thing real quick. Laval Rockets back-to-back wins.
Good for them.
They're honestly a young team, but they're looking like an excited group of players, group of kids. Joshua Roy, 2 goals. Barret Boulet put up 4 points. It is in his
He's
home
one of
opener.
those, Sam? Like, what's his name? Udon. He's
Charles
too good
Hudon.
for. He's too good for the AHL. Maybe not good enough for the NHL.
It's Charles Hudon was definitely one of them. And there was another player for the Canadiens who was with the
He reminds me of that in that way.
with Hamilton, and then the ice caps. I mean, sorry. Yeah, that's true. But it's funny. They all go through that organization, Syracuse Crunch or Laval.
Yeah.
Syracuse favors a lot of Quebecers, especially with Julien Brisebois being the general manager of the Tampa Bay Lightning. But yeah, no, Laval Rocket back-to-back wins. Jakub Dobish is playing a lot better than he was last year. So Alex,
Sam, I don't know. Call him.
maybe Barret Boulet 4 points. Joshua Roy got 2 goals. Owen Beck today, Saturday afternoon, scored his first goal as a pro, and Philip Machar another assist. That's 5 points for Philip Machar in like 5 games, I believe. He's averaging a point a game. So, man, like Laval is looking exciting. Like they're winning. They're winning more than losing. So, listen, if it's not the Canadiens, hopefully it's Laval, and hopefully it means a brighter future. But we'll see. Joey, that's all I got.
Samuel, I
Anything
got
else?
nothing else. It's 11 o'clock, and yeah, I'm tired.
See, first time here. Love the content. Thumbs up, guys. Thank you so
Hey,
much.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Listen, to everybody who took the time to join us on this post-game show. We can't thank you enough. Like, this actually means a whole lot to us. And we're only game 6, so there's still another. Oh my God, how do I do quick math here? There's still
Sam,
another.
come on. 70. Are you serious? 76 games. Come on.
Hey, hold on. 70,
Math was in your
76,
strong
76,
point. You
76.
and math and Anthony in French.
I don't know, 76 games. There's 76 games remaining. Is there going to be 76 post-game shows? I'm not sure. Radomir, man, this guy is awesome tonight. Fucking really involved. All you boys, man. Cheers, Ryan. Have a good
Cheers,
week,
Ryan. Thank you, Radomir.
Truly appreciate everybody. To those who went on Instagram to send us their thoughts, thanks again. Once again, listen, if you guys are here, click like and subscribe, man. We truly appreciate it. That's how we're gonna feel the love. Share it with your Habs fans, friends, family, whoever, all over the world, wherever they are. This is a community that we just want to be a part of.
And we got some cool stuff coming up. So
we got some very cool stuff coming up. We do our very best here for the sake and love of this team, no matter how many gray hairs or
Sam, no one knows, but we'll definitely attempt that vlog. We'll leave the I'll just say the word vlog for them.
Or vlog? You just mean vlog?
I say vlog, but
you say vlog? Oh my God!
I say vlog, yeah, because I think
you're such an old man.
I work in AI and tech, and I deal with logs all day. So
I got you.
But yeah,
gotcha. So once again, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free. You can listen to audio versions of our episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You could follow us on any social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram. We're very active on Instagram and Twitter, but we're also on TikTok as well. Joey, thanks again, man. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. To all of our followers and listeners, thank you so much. Go Habs, go, no matter what. We'll take the point tonight. Joey, until next game, don't forget Tuesday night against the New York Rangers at the Bell Center, 7:15 start. Joey?
Sam?
Bye now. Good night.